But what's his relation to you? He was my brother. Oh. Oh my gosh.
Holy crap. Joe Dark. Jeez. Scary looking individual. My brother fought Dark and was killed. That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. That was all we needed. He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed. At least according to the public records. My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. What? I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beaten him in a fight. And that's it? That's your reason for your insane actions? There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me. Well, at least one thing's for certain. Now we know what happened to the police department on the day of the crime. That was the last day the SL9 case could be reopened. But now it's too late. Officer Meekins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled. Meekins bled, and he bled an awful lot. The things that happen by chance never cease to amaze. At exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going on at the police department. Chance. It's got to be more than just that. So if no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, that means the murder in the prosecutor's office parking lot was the real one. Which in turn means only one person could have committed the crime. God damn it. But wait! A verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial. So what, man? Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today. We did all this for you! And this is the appreciation we get? Yeah, right. Seems to me this boy's got the draw on you, partner. All the mysteries at the police department have been uncovered. No contradictions lie within. The murder took place at the prosecutor's office, and the only suspect is her. There were no errors in the testimony of the witness. If you have a response, make it one word or less. Objection. ARG! That's not a word. I rest my case. Wow. We got nowhere with that, except now we know a little more about the SL9 stuff, which is good. But, yeah, that's, I guess. Well, it didn't. I mean, we still don't know. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Wait, you're not doing that now. No, 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 no. Oh well, as long as. What? Okay, he was about to pronounce it. Yeah, he was about to pronounce not guilty to Jake Marshall, right? Because no, 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 that was the witness stand, not the defendants. Never mind. Never mind. I don't know what else. She's back. The defense has an objection, a scientific objection. Right? What are you doing? How many times can this happen? He's just about to pass the sentence. No, I'm her, uncle. Her much older uncle. Yeah, you don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute? I'll give you 3. For you, Brad? I've got 5. I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out the SL9 incident referred to the Joe Dark killings? Now that she mentions it. The names of both Sky sisters were in that file. Yeah, they were both witnesses. Witnesses? I don't know. But that's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. So I knew his fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing. The other handprint. Yeah. But no fingerprints were found on it, right? No, but I figured if I examined it scientifically, I'd be sure to find a clue. So I ran over there and looked at it again. So did you find something? I didn't find shit. Oh no. Sorry, I guess I'm just not much of a scientific investigator after all. Don't be so hard on yourself. That's for us guys to do. I'm a terrible person. Please don't be mad, I'm just a high school student. And I'm just an attorney. And I'm just a Let's Player. Where are we going with this? But Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. If we can't find something wrong with them... Please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. If anyone can save Lana, it's you. We're gonna do this now? Oh boy. Wait a minute, what do you mean time's up? Just because Edgeworth gave her 3 minutes, that means you give her 3 minutes too? I just farted. Does any reasonable doubt remain? I wonder if you can hear that one. Yeah. Well, there was another blood hand. Yeah. The problem is that the person was wearing gloves, but neither Jake Marshall or... But nobody left that. Like, where did that handprint come from? If it didn't come from Jake Marshall or Meekins, then why was it there? Like, why hadn't it been cleaned up? Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day. Yes, Your Honor. If ever I've needed to concentrate, it's now. Shit. What could be wrong with that handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker? I'm telling you, you're almost 99% of the time you're supposed to object when you get to this situation. But I swear, there's gonna be a case eventually where where it's going to expect you to say this. But for this one, I have to object. The handprint left at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction. Edgeworth is just laughing. The only thing that seems clear is you're grasping, Mr. Wright. Yes, I am. You've been staring pretty intently at those floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them? Yes, this is strange. Take a good look at these floor plans. Something is missing. Yeah, the Blue Badger. The Blue Badger is in the video. Oh, man. No, sir, I'm not. I think I got this. Oh, dude, that's so easy. It's that. What about that piece of plywood? The Blue Badger, mascot of the police force. Defender of truth, guardian of proof. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Please look at the floor plans of the crime scene. The Blue Badger is not here. So watch what happens when we put him in. This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime. That looks about right. I pictured him as more diagonal, though, but okay. But now he's suddenly in front of the locker that had the handprint on it. Somebody deliberately put him there to cover up that handprint. Yes! Dude, you gonna have a heart attack? Take it easy there, dude. So that means... just exactly what does that mean? Oh, it means all kinds of things, let me tell you. It means it can't be done. Don't look at me, I didn't put it there. Scientifically, Emma, on that afternoon, Officer Meekins was the one who brought the Blue Badger to the evidence room, right? Yes, he was. After he put it down, it would be impossible to leave the handprint on that locker. So either the blood mark was already there before he... It could be, but it's kind of convenient that the Blue Badger was put right in front of it, like as if, you know, between the handprint and the camera. I mean, wouldn't he have put it more like out of the way or something? It may sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but it's the only possible explanation. On February 21st, in the police department's evidence room, blood was spilled not once, but twice. But how? One time was that was a fart. Was captured on this tape, taken by the security camera. Right there. The problem is the other time. Good lord, we're just going back and forth with these objections. Like, what? Oh, man. We don't have anything about that. I mean, that could have been like... I don't know. Are you sure? I don't know. Yeah, I know. I mean, golly, that could have been like... Ugh. When the first crime took place. Let me check this out and see. Oh my god. So it would have to be... Well, okay, Meekins said, however, that the 450 trip was to bring the Blue Badger in. I keep getting hung up on this idea that the Blue Badger was put there intentionally to hide that handprint from the camera. But at the same time, that really wouldn't make any sense, because the camera would catch him putting it there. Like, the camera is going to pick up the handprint no matter what happens anyway. So I gotta get off of that. But it's gotta be either, I don't know, well, this right here, for now, is the only evidence I can imagine that we would need. If the crime took place inside the evidence room, then the perpetrator would have had to have entered the room. In order to do so, an ID card is required. Yes. There you go. Officer Meekins brought the Blue Badger panel into the evidence room at 450. Oh, can you see where this is going, though? This is bad. If the crime took place before that time, then it would be... Oh my god, future Tim. If there's any way at all that you can cliffhang it here, do it. I'm just gonna sit here and let you do it. You know what? I'm even gonna go take a piss and let you think about whether or not you want to do it. Cliffhang it, Tim. Cliffhang it. Cliffhang their asses. Alright, here we go. Magic? Miles Edgeworth? Just what have you done? I never figured you had nerve, boy. Put off the act, witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me. Nope, I ain't getting it. I'm afraid I don't understand either. It's clear from the luminol test that blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood. That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer. I would have had just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible. That would mean the crime must have taken place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room. Let's look at the chart again. Yeah? There's only one other card number remaining. 77777777. Talk about a lucky number. But wait, that doesn't make any sense! How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room? Since there's no record of his card being used beforehand, he must have entered along with the real murderer. Oh, that's true. You could always have two people go in if one of them had a card. That's the only plausible explanation, yeah. He went in with 77777777. I'm just gonna call him 7 from now on. Mr. Edgeworth, please look into this ASAP. Find out whose ID number is... He says 7 8 times. That's 1 7 too many, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID card. At least at present. What? Oh, like maybe Gant? Whoa, there goes my Wiimote. Can I turn that down, I wonder? But that's ridiculous. Just how... I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright. Shut up before you hurt somebody. There is one situation in which we can be granted such authority. If an official charge filed against an executive is accepted. An official charge? You're all alike, aren't you? With your cover-ups and your forgeries. That's how the prosecutor's office operates. What did we do? I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I would appreciate if you would keep your slander to yourself. Oh! Slander, is it? Okay. Let me ask you a question. Yes? No, not to you. To her, the defendant sitting over there. Your own little executive. What? Objection! Don't be stupid. Don't talk to women. You know where that gets you. I'm just kidding. I'm not trying to... Jesus, all that's going on lately. I'm almost afraid to make a joke. Of course we've looked up her ID number, and it's not 7. Don't play me for a fool, partner. That's not what I want to ask. All I want to know is one thing about that incident. Dang. Well. Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor? Nope, I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth. And I'm fine, too. Why I'm so desperate for a joke at this point. Occasionally we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least I did. Lana. I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law. Defendants, just what are you saying? I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. During that trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in the court? Can you look me, an investigator in that crime, in the eye and say that you did? Think carefully. Chief Prosecutor, you didn't. I don't have to, Officer Marshall. Why don't you answer him? Drastic crimes require drastic measures. Yes! Oh, hell yeah. Dude. You know, I'm not like... Ugh. I love that saying, okay? I'm not gonna lie. I freaking love that saying. And maybe that makes me, like, some kind of extremist or something in some regards, or no. And I know that's what Terry Silver says in Karate Kid 3, and he's the bad guy and all that, but... extreme situations require extreme measures, or so they say. That's what he says. And I don't know, ever since I've heard that, I've always been a big fan of it. I really can't explain why, and this is not about me, so let's move on. That's just the way it is. You tell him, Bruce Hornsby. We did what we had to. Holy crap, now she's looking to the side! She pulled a gumshoe! Although the only reason they would show her from the side is to get the side boob. Her boobs definitely look bigger from the side than they do from the front. Anyway, we did what we had to in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. But Lana, even if it involved forging evidence, they really did do that? I guess if you absolutely knew beyond the shadow of a doubt, and you were a witness to the crimes and you saw it, but your testimony wasn't enough to put somebody away, but you knew beyond the shadow of a doubt that they did it, see, that's what I'm talking about. No. No! No what? Oh. Lana's remarks caused such a stir, the chaos in the courtroom could not be quelled. The conclusion of the trial would have to wait until the following day. Wow, were people just like rampaging over the... Did they rush the field? No, I didn't rush the field, I wasn't there. I was having a drink with my future wife.